And good evening, everybody. We have Benjamin with us here tonight. We went flying yesterday, and
Hey,
Benjamin
Ben.
wanted to join the show. Hope everybody is doing well. It's been a busy week. Looks like Dominic's having an issue here. I'm sure he'll be back. But we have a contest tonight.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the contest. We're going to have some live
Yeah.
voting. Happy to have everybody here. Let's get the show started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, merch of money.
Good evening, United States Drone Society. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, Chris. Hey, Dominic. How you guys?
Hey, so we had a little flight last night, huh?
Oh, man, we had a great time last night. So
Can you hear me?
this challenge inspired me to get out and practice some long exposure for the first time. I did that last night. Met up with Chris, and we met up with Jay, Troy City Media, and we had a great time. We were all
Right.
learning something new, and Benjamin took some photos last night with the Air 2S and got himself a spot in Best of the Rest tonight. So I'm excited to show that later. Ben, how you doing?
Good.
Did you have fun flying last night?
Yes.
Yeah. So first and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to my
Good news.
to my friend Brandon. Brandon, how you doing? I hope you're watching. I know that he's gonna make Vicky watch the show when she gets home. I know it, but yeah, glad to have you here. So let's get in and say hi to everybody in the chat. And big shout out to my members, Troy City Media. Thank you for joining. My wife is here, my number one supporter.
Hey, Ash.
And Benjamin. Benjamin became a member. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, Ben.
Supporting his dad. And there's a lot of emojis now. Of course, you know, with a kid his age, when you give him access to custom emojis, he has some fun with them for a while. We got Jim in the house. How you doing, Jim? Glad to have you here. He'll be joining us for open chat. And we got Lee, Yellow Rose Drone. How you doing? Looks like you found a deal here on some drones. Very nice. And Steve, how you doing? Glad to have you here.
Hey, Steve.
Thank you for the support. And Angel, the Drone Guy 42, he'll be joining us for open chat tonight. We wanted to discuss a little bit later on about 107 and people who are training for the 107. Oh, sorry, Dominic, did you have something to say, brother? Oh, I think he's just having camera and mic issues today. No worries.
Yeah, he sounded like a rubber band there for a second.
Yeah, he did. RJ, Ron, how you doing? Glad to have you in the house, brother. Appreciate it. And David, 308 Drone Zone. Have him here tonight with us. This call.
Now we're just going to say good evening, everyone.
Well, we caught part of that. Good evening, everyone, I think. All right. Well, 308 Drone Zone actually was the one who donated the bags. We're going to give one away tonight during this contest. So this will be fun. It's going to be viewer voting, too. So everybody gets to interact and be part of that tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And Warren's in the house. How you doing, Warren? Glad to have you here.
Oh,
Bless you.
Bless you.
thank you.
And John Olson's in the house. How you doing, John? Glad to have you here.
Hey, John and Warren.
Yeah. And Daryl, W. Drones. How you doing? Glad to have you here.
Hey, W.
There he is. Welcome back. It was fun flying with you yesterday, brother. And Bill Walton's in the house. How you doing, Bill? Glad to have you here.
Hey, Bill.
And David Bell. How you doing? Glad to
David
have
Bell. Hi.
you. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.
I told you I was going to do it.
Yeah, we got Ollie Grayson in the house. How you doing, Ollie? Glad to
Hey,
have
Ollie.
you. And Ray. How you doing, Ray? Glad to have you here. Ray's been joining us occasionally for some flights, too. We try to get as many people as possible, but it's nice when we could just get a few people out there together. Oh, nice. Look at that. Ben just got $10 from Uncle Bill. Thank you, Uncle Bill.
Yeah, merch up money.
All right, in all fairness, it's not merch up money. That's going to be Ben money, but that's the only sound effect I have for us. I guess I'm going to have to add another one.
Thank you, Uncle Bill.
And let me see here. I want to make sure we're not missing anyone. Here we go. We got Nathan Schrock in the house. How you doing, Nathan? Glad to have you here.
Hey, Nathan.
And I think I already said hi to Lee. Lee, how you doing? Glad to have you here.
Yep.
And Cool Cat, how you doing? Glad to have you here.
Hey, Cool Cat.
And Don Hill's in the house. How you doing, Don?
Hey, Don.
And Ken Jansef. How you doing, Ken? Glad to have you here.
You can.
And Brian. How you doing, Brian?
Hey, Brian.
And Don. How you doing, Don? Glad to have you here. There he is, Uncle Bill. How you doing? Mark White. How you doing? Glad to have you here.
Hey, Mark.
And Ronnie's in the house. How you doing, Ronnie? Glad to have you here. And Steve Knowles. Is it? Oh, it does. Okay, change his name. Just put Steve Knowles.
Stay.
Steve Knowles.
Mr. Bud.
And Bud. How you doing, Bud? Glad to have you here. He'll be joining us for open chat. Bud's always like the first one here, which is really nice.
You'll have to add me on the channel member.
Yeah, I will. I'll update it, before the show every week to add everyone who's on there.
Yeah.
I actually had to change it about 5 minutes before I came on the panel because that's when Ben got joined in. So I went to go add him. I think I said hi to Brian. Brian, how you doing? Glad to have you here. Just want to make sure I'm not... Oh, Trucker Steve. How you doing, Steve? Glad to have you here.
Hey, Steve.
Thank you so much, Uncle Bill. I really do appreciate that. Ben will have some fun with that. Hi, Joe. Glad to have you here.
Hey, Joe.
I'm sure Steve Hyde's watching too. Mm-hmm. And Al Diaz. How you doing, Al? Glad to have you here.
Hey, Al, how's it going?
I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Thank you so much, Margie.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to do the sound.
Merch up, man.
That's supposed to be Dominic's job, but Dominic is slacking with a kangaroo right now, so we'll get back to him later.
There's Steve.
Right How you doing, Steve? Glad to have you here. Wow, I'm glad you've seen that because I actually missed it. I went by it and missed it.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
and
Dominic.
Johnny Flyers in the house. How you doing? Welcome back, Dominic. Hi, Johnny. How you doing? And John Carroll. How you doing?
Now can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you. All right, I think we got everybody, right?
Yeah,
yes, we do.
Yeah, we got everybody. All right, with that, let's roll Sunday Spectacular. I have to admit, I was a little bit dishonest today. I messaged Angel and said, "Hey, I wanted to bring you on to talk some, 107 stuff, and I just wanted to get him on here so he could see that live and just let him know, Angel, you take some fantastic photography, brother. I appreciate that you share, and I wanted
Yeah.
to, I." I don't know why I just decided to do this, but I thought it'd be a little funny to do. When I was collecting your photos, I didn't know how many photos I was going to need, but when I collected them, I collected exactly 42. So, yeah. So, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. That's great stuff. You like that, huh, Dominic?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I've got to
Merchant
do
Man.
this.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Thank you. So,
Yeah,
tonight we're doing something a
I had
little
to do
different.
that.
Yeah, we have a contest that's inspired by 308 Drone Zone. David, he's with us here tonight, and I'll bring him in when we, have the open chat. But he sent me a couple of DJI bags, and I said, let's do a contest. What do you want to do? And he said, let's do a long exposure challenge. So today we're going to feature the entries to the contest. And after we feature the entries, we're going to go to a voting area where everybody's going to be able to vote. You're going to be able to vote with a hashtag, and you're going to be able to vote with the QR code. So you'll have 2 votes. Make your 2 votes count. The winner will win the bag. It's USA shipping only, so hopefully, whoever wins is from the USA. But yeah, I think that we'll get right into it and bring in the long exposure shots here. So let's get to the panel. And here we go. So how it's going to work is I'm going to bring up some pictures. We'll show you the pictures, and I'll tell you who the pictures are by, and then we'll go further from there. So let's bring up the. There we go. We have them here. So can everybody see the pictures?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this first picture right here was by Anarchy Cass. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but yeah, this was taken with the Mini SE. Really good shot,
Wow.
Mini SE. That's what I was thinking, right? Really nice.
Mm,
Yeah.
I'm a Mini
pretty
SC
good.
former flyer, and I didn't know I could get something like that.
Yeah. No,
That's
really
pretty good.
nice. And we'll move to the next one. And this one is Carl Wilson taken with the Mavic 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he took some inspiration here from like Nick Smith and all them doing these kinds of shots because he's been
Yeah,
coming out the gate with these long exposure shots and they're really incredible. So I thought they
yeah,
were really well done. Nice shot.
That is good.
Yeah. So there was a couple of things. We had a couple of shots tonight that I think were done by a camera, but they were using a drone to make the shot happen, the long exposure shot. Someone mentioned it to me. And tonight we're going to let it ride. But I think in the future, when we have this kind of contest, the camera that will have to actually be used for the long exposure shot will be the drone camera. But I'm not going to fault that. I think it was 2 entries that potentially used cameras filming a long exposure of a drone. But interesting enough, though, I liked it. And this one right here was by David Ross. Really
Oh
good.
wow, that looks very similar to something you posted last night, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. We were out last night. We were inspired. We were having fun. We're all learning something new, and this is what we're up to last night. Same
yeah,
area.
It is the same area. It looks just like what you posted last night too.
Yeah,
It's really nice.
I like David's better. He looks like he's got more control on his shutter than I did. It's a learning process, and I'm really excited for it. This contest really inspired me, so I appreciate it. And we have this shot right here. It's by
Oh,
Denny Dobson. Oh, by the way, David's shot was taken with the Mavic 3 Pro. And this shot is by Denny Dobson, and this was with the Spectre Air. So the Spectre Air, is that DJI knockoff? Or are they utilizing the DJI technology under another company's name? Is that the Spectre?
no, I think isn't it the Raptor or
Yeah.
something? I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Spectre was supposed to be like the air unit from what I
yeah.
believe, what I heard.
For
Yeah.
GJ's Vector.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting. I like the effect it had on the fog here. And I think it's a lot of that is the reflection of the clouds too, correct?
I don't know because it does look like the fog. It seems like it's coming up on the
Yeah, like
sides into the fog. It,
yeah. Yeah, it's
that's
something
what
I
I
like.
was thinking. I was like, what's going on here? You know?
It's interesting effect. I like it. I like what it did here. And we have this shot right here by Igor Cantor. Looks like someone messing around with some fireworks out here. These are cool.
Hmm.
That's a
Like,
cool shot.
yeah, you like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Mm,
And we have this one right here. It's by Isaac Taylor.
very.
Oh, by the way, the last shot, I got to make sure that I mention which drone was taken. This was with the Mini 3.
Hmm.
Yep. And this was Isaac Taylor, and this was with the DJI Mini 2.
Oh,
Amazing.
wow.
Yeah, really amazing.
Okay.
How
Yep.
the heck did you get that?
Yeah,
Yes.
Dominic's down for that, huh? Chris, with that Mini 2, when you had the right lighting, that camera really shined. It really
Oh, I
made.
know. I never really took any very many raw photos
Yeah,
or messed around with the pro settings at all. I just flew it, you know.
yeah, I
So
get you.
now that we're messing around with practicing long exposures, it might be time to
Mm,
take out the Mini 2 and see what can be happening with it.
Yeah, and for those of you who are unfamiliar
yeah.
with long exposure photography or what exactly it is, we're going to get into that tonight when we do the open chat. This is kind of going to be the discussion we're going to have tonight after the voting. It's a really interesting technique to use when filming, and you can utilize it during the daytime and the nighttime. And there are so many different things that you can do. It's just be warned, if you're into interesting things with the drones, this is going to be one of them that'll keep you occupied for a while.
Hmm.
All right, with that, we have this one by Jeff Norman, and this was with the Autel Light Plus. Very interesting photo here.
Nice.
I'd like to talk to him more and figure out what he did here, because this is a very interesting shot.
A lot going on there.
Yeah, almost to me, it seems like the drone was moving while the shutter was open. That's
Yeah,
what it looks like.
looks like a double exposure.
Mm,
Not maybe a double exposure, but maybe he kept the shutter open for like 2 seconds or
And
so
moved.
and moved the drone up, or just yawed the drone one direction, is what I think happened here. But either way, it's a really cool effect. I like the way the building looks.
mm,
And actually, the way he did it, it would have been what? He would have moved the drone to the left, right? The left, right. Well, either way, it's a really interesting shot.
It
I like
is.
it. And this one right here is by Ray Trammell, a multi-pick. And this was done with the DJI Mini 3. And I
Hmm.
love this photo. I like the look of this. It looks like a motion blur, like an extreme motion blur of an FPV camera flying at
That
something,
one's
right?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the tree exploding.
Yeah, and maybe I'm gonna guess that he was moving forward towards the color here as he clicked the shutter. Um, oh, he used witchcraft. Funny, funny
What's witchcraft?
magic powers. Yeah,
Oh.
interesting pick though, Ray. Thank you for sharing it.
That is cool.
Yeah, and then we got this picture was by Noah Latham. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name. I'm not trying to. And this was taken with the Air 2S.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and the Air 2S, I've seen some really incredible long exposure shots at low light. So, hey Ted, how you doing? Glad to have you here. Appreciate having you.
Yeah, and I had the Air 2S last night, and I was trying, but
Yeah,
I guess it's a lot. It has to do with the ISO too. And
yeah. I was watching some more on it today, and keeping your ISO low, and
oh, I keep it. I try to keep it at 100. But
yeah,
when you're doing the thing is when you're doing video and you're doing photos,
yeah,
it's completely different. The
yeah,
video will get darker if you put it on a low ISO. It's weird.
yeah. So I'm wondering if this is New York or something. I don't recognize this angle here, but it's kind of cool shot. I like it, and
I
the
like
sky's
it.
nice and clear. You can see all the stars too. That's incredible. Sorry, Dominic's having some issues tonight, it looks like. And this shot right here is by Rahim Menon or Ram Menon. I don't know how to say it. Again, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I hope I'm not slaughtering it too bad. I really like this shot. This really
That's
nice.
cool. I like it too because it's a vertical shot. You're always seeing,
Yeah.
landscape. This one's nice.
Yeah. Well, this was I believe he shared this to the group from his Instagram. And Instagram doesn't allow you to download a photo traditionally like you would from Facebook. So usually it's take a screenshot, and that's how I capture these. But very interesting shot. I like it. And this was with the Mavic 3 Pro.
Mm.
And then this is one of the photos I was talking about. This was done by Steve Hyde, the Mavic 3. Now, I'm not sure if he's got a camera facing, but the drone, I believe, is a Mavic 3, and it's the light under the drone. And he's using a handheld camera on a gimbal or something to capture the shot. I believe that's what's going on here. So,
Halo.
yeah, it's really cool. And we have one other shot like this.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. So, they did use a drone to create the shot. So, I'm including them here. I didn't really think about it from this aspect when it happened, but I think that in the future, we'll make sure that the actual shot is done by the drone and not a handheld camera, kind of keep it, that theme. But this is really interesting and cool shot. I like this. This is something I was going to try. I believe they call it light painting, right? Yeah. Yeah. And this, like I said, this was taken with the Mavic 3. And then this is the other one, and this was Tim Murphy. And this this was also taken with the Mavic 3. That's so cool. What an interesting effect.
We should put like a certain day of the week to just have long exposures.
Yeah.
Like we have Top Down Tuesday, Wide Open Wednesday,
Yep.
Some of them most people just mess around with Top Down Tuesday or Wide Open Wednesday. A lot of the other ones aren't really utilized, but long exposures would be a nice add.
Yeah. And that's the thing that people could go if you get a chance, if you only get 1 or 2 chances to go out during the week and capture some photography with your drone, try to get a different shot for each of those themes, whatever you're looking at, get a wide open shot for Wide Open Wednesday. And, it's fun to do.
We should update. We should update the week list.
Yeah.
Hey, Dominic, he's back.
Yeah. Welcome back, Dominic. And the last shot entry here we have is by TLW Drone Services. And I believe this is Thomas Lee Warman.
Oh, Tom. All right.
Yeah, Thomas Lee Warman. This is a great shot. I really like it. This was done with the Air 3. So, it was nice.
That's cool.
I saw a lot of minis and a lot of Mavic 3s in here, and it's nice to see an Air in the mix here. Besides for the Spectre. I believe the Spectre is an Air. It's the same technology as the DJI. But, yeah, these are cool. Yeah, we could. This is cool. Yeah, I agree, Ray. So, so these are all the entries. So here's what's going to happen. I've created a voting room. Voting is not open yet, so I'm going to switch over there to the the voting panel now. You cannot vote yet, so give me a minute to explain to everybody what's going on the screen here. All right, great. So in the background, the photos are going to be scrolling through every couple of seconds. The photo that you like, their name is up top and the letter is at the bottom. You can vote by entering hashtag in the letter. It also has a guide here on the left with their name. You can take your time, get your votes in. Again, I haven't opened voting yet, so you can't vote just yet. But you can do a hashtag in the chat, and you can scan this QR code to get a second vote in using the QR code. So if you give me a minute here, I'm going to open up polling. And polling is live. Good luck, everybody. Go ahead. Start your votes. I was almost going to say bidding, but we're not in an auction. All right. Everybody can vote for whichever one you want. And again, if you scan the QR code, you can get a second vote. And don't worry, don't rush it. You wait for the photos to go through. You can see which name and which letter first before you place your vote. I'll give you plenty of time. I like that we can do this on EVMux. I really do. This is better than anything we could have done on StreamYard.
Look how much.
Yeah.
I swear. Come on.
Hey, Lawrence. I see Lawrence in the chat. How you doing? Or I think he is. Hey, Mickey Moo. How you doing? Glad to have you here. And Keith Russell. How you doing? Yeah. So again, if you're just joining and you don't know how to vote, you see the long exposure shots going by in the background. The name is up at the top and their letter is at the bottom. You pick the one you want to win and hashtag the letter in the chat to vote for them. And you can also get a second vote in by scanning the QR code and voting for them there. Glad to have you here, Lawrence.
Hello, Lawrence.
Lawrence and Herman, those guys, they were on Drone Seekers earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Show.
Right now it's tied. Uh-oh.
I'm not seeing a tie. I'm seeing.
It was tied.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what I wanted to mention. So now that I have members, one of the perks to being an aerial master is I'm going to have member-only polls. And I think that in the future, when we do contests, everybody will get to vote. But if we have a tiebreaker, I think that the tiebreaker vote will happen for member-only poll. I think that will be a good way to handle tiebreakers. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Wow, this is close here. Let me see. Right now, it looks like, we have it tied again. It's between David Ross and Isaac Taylor. That's what it looks like, right?
Yeah. So what I'm seeing, though, there's like a little slice of a pie up at the top.
Yep.
It looks like it says 10.
No, it says 1 and a 0. The largest number here is a 9.
So why does it say 1 and a 0 when the next... Oh, you know what?
It's a line between two different colors.
Yeah, I can't see it. It's because it's so small.
Well, let me see, too. I can also increase the size.
It's two different ones. Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
Let's see. Well, where does the number look good? Where should I leave them at? Like here? Is that good? They're pretty big now, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Captain Ray, how you doing? Oh, look, William's in the
Ray.
house. Visual line of sight. How you doing, William?
Hey, William.
How you doing? Haven't seen you here in a while, brother. Glad to see you in the chat. Oh, missed you, man. Wow, we got a tie here right now.
What's tying?
Means that there are two people tied for first place. We might have our very first member-only poll tonight. Right now, we have David Ross and Isaac Taylor. Looks like in. Oh nope, David Ross took the lead.
Hey, David. I can't find my phone.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh. I'm trying to
All right, so I'm gonna let the voting go for 2 more minutes, and in 2 more minutes, I'm gonna pause the voting, and we'll have our winners potentially. If we have to, we'll do a members only poll for tiebreaker. But I don't think we're gonna have a tiebreaker. Yeah. So I think that I think that I'm gonna send a sticker pack to first, second, and third place. And first place will get the bag. I'll actually show that when we bring in the chat. All right, we're gonna go for 1 more minute, and then I'm gonna end it. Okay. Oh, okay. Did you put your vote in? All right. I just placed my vote.
I'm going to be doing one right now.
Yeah. Wow, it's a really close call right now. Oh, it just took a double lead there. There we go. Yeah, Ray Kelly's right. If it's a tie, I actually have 2 bags. I could do that. David gave me 2 bags, but I'd like to use another one for another event. Kind of cool. All right, well, let's go at the end. It looks like we have a winner here.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah, winner, chicken
Yep.
dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner.
All right, with that, I am going to pause accepting votes. And it looks like in first place here we have David Ross. Congratulations,
Hey.
David.
All right, David.
That's good because I can actually just give Dave his prize right to his hand, And in second place, it looks like we had Isaac Taylor, which was a really good shot. He was the mini two with the water. Yeah, that was really good. And it looks like in third place, Ray Trammell, right? Yeah, multi-pick, Ray Trammell. That was my vote. I really enjoyed that autumn photo. I like what he did. It just reminded me of like an FPV drone going at something with some excessive motion blur. Really good. I like it. And
Yeah,
it
that
wasn't
was cool.
yeah, it wasn't so overpowering. It was done really clean. So that was my favorite. But yeah, thank you everybody for being part of this. This was great. I'm gonna make sure that the top three get their sticker pack and that David gets his thing here. And what I'm gonna do is make sure we got everyone here in the chat before I add the scene. There we go. Now we're bringing the open chat now. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Yeah.
Hey, doing great.
Thanks, everybody. I
Good to see
appreciate that.
everybody.
Some tough competition out there, and to do this is that's really happy. That's satisfying.
Yeah, I got you.
Hey.
Looks like, are we missing Dominic here
There's some
again? Yes,
great
we
shots.
are. Sorry.
He's stuck again.
What is up with Dominic?
He's having some internet issues today.
Aussie issues.
Yeah, they're also the issues are down under somewhere.
Yeah.
There he is.
So,
Wow.
Angel, congratulations, brother, on Sunday Spectacular.
Thank you. I wasn't really expecting that. That was awesome, man.
You
That was
gotta
really
show me
awesome.
some of those. You gotta show me some of those secret
photos.
stuff. Fly. I'm coming to Connecticut in 2 weeks, so I'll be in touch with you, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angel, great job, Angel.
Yeah, thank you. That was
Really
awesome.
Everyone's got the
photos.
bag.
I love them.
Yeah,
Love
Yeah,
them.
so how did you guys like that contest?
That was cool.
I like it. That was good.
Yeah.
Good voting. Yeah,
Yeah, I would run it, Paul.
I like
Yeah.
the pie.
It allows all of us to get better at it. It really does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
Like everything else,
inspired
I-
David. You inspired me by asking me to run this contest
Yeah.
because I got excited, and because I was excited, I said, "Hey, Chris, why don't you come with us? You want to go flying?" And I picked Chris up, brought him with us. We met up with is it Jay? Right? I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember his name.
Jay.
City Media
Yeah, it was
Jay.
Jay.
And it was nice to meet up with him, and we were all learning something new, and it just gave me a real sense of excitement that I needed because it's been a long week. To update everybody, I actually spoke with the senator's office for Senator Marquis' office, and it's looking good right now. They're not interested in banning drones just because they're Chinese, so I've given them access to a lot of valuable information. And I think that they're going to give DJI a fair shot if it comes their way. Because right now it's in the House, not in the Senate. But that leads me to the point I want to make tonight, that if you're concerned about a DJI ban, you need to be proactive. And the best thing that you could do is contact your local senator and just tell them how it would hurt you to lose access to your DJI drones. That's it. That's all you got to do. And that actually will have the biggest impact because the senators need to hear from their constituents. And again, not to get political, but it's just a spectrum we're in here, and we have to. It's unavoidable in this situation. Oh, huh.
Things that
Yeah,
loud.
that's funny.
That's crazy, man.
So I think with that, we'll do best of the rest. What do you guys think? You want to see what everyone else has been up to for pitches?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sure.
It's my favorite part of the show.
Best of the rest. Here we go. You give him the finger, Ben.
Just
Give him.
telling you,
Give
buddy.
it. Yeah,
Let it
Ben,
go.
do it.
Let it
You
go,
got
Ben.
it.
Ben's
You got it.
last.
Good
Good
job,
Ben.
Ben.
Good
All right,
job,
Ben wins.
Oh, no
Yep.
doubt. No
Yeah.
doubt.
What a phenomenal shot by Ben. He did that without anybody's assistance. We were out flying. He said he wanted to fly the Air 2S. We put him over the water, and because it was dark out, we said, stay over the water. Don't
Mhm.
fly off near where there could be wires or anything. And Ben stayed over the water and just started grabbing pictures of the bridge with the lights. He got some really great shots. But that
Did good.
Good.
Good job,
It
Ben.
was a
Good
clear
job.
shot. It really was.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice
Yep.
clear shot.
Great job.
The
Yes.
bridge is better in my opinion.
Well, I'll make sure next week the bridge photo gets him best of the rest. How's that sound?
Yeah.
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 We'll do
Sounds like
that.
a plan. Hey, they're giving you, Margie's giving you a
And
shout
you
out.
got
in
to
the
come out
chat
with us
with
and
everyone
take
else.
some more.
Yeah. So okay, so when we're talking about long exposure, I think that the best way for me to explain long exposure, and then we'll get more into it with everyone here, is imagine when you take a picture that the shutter speed is your eye. If you blink your eye really fast, you're going to catch just a brief glimpse of something. It's going to be very still, right? But if you leave your eye open longer, you see something moving. Well, that's what happens with long exposure. You leave your shutter speed open for longer, like 1, 2, upwards with the Mavic 3, I think it's 8 seconds. And when the shutter is open for that long, it captures any movement during that time frame. And that's why you see like the streaks of light. So you have to adjust your aperture and potentially at times use ND filters for certain types of long exposure photography because you can do it in the daytime and the night. But what's most important is just to have fun because once you start doing it, it becomes very simple, very easily. So, uh, yeah, let's go with David. David, what inspired you to go with long exposure?
Well, I mean, before I started flying drones, we've been in photography for forever. My wife and I, just taking pictures of our kids, and we used to just go out in the. We live in a very rural area, so there's like no light out here. So you'd be able to go out and set a camera on a tripod, have this exposure stay open for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and you'd get stars that would streak across the sky, and all the lights would come
In
down.
circles and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Oh,
incredible.
Star trails.
It's the way you explained it is, when most people like sports pictures, you want them very quick because you don't want to blur, you want a crisp picture.
Yeah,
But it's so cool to let that aperture stay open and then capture all of that light. And we can go out any direction from our house and get out in the country where there's no street lights, there's no lights for anything, and all you get is starlight. And it can be pitch black, and you can leave that thing open for 10 minutes, and that picture doesn't look like you're out in the middle of the field in darkness where you can't even see your hand in front of your face. So
yeah,
it's just really cool.
it's funny, Dave. I got the same start, and oddly enough, I got my first long exposure shots in Providence. But I was sitting above the India Point Bridge. I'm sure Paul and the guys that have flown over there know
Yep.
exactly where that is.
Last
And
night.
there's this little hole in there that it was actually cut out for photographers, and so you put your camera right in there. And I was experimenting with it at different shutter speeds, 1 second, 2 second, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And Paul and I were talking earlier about the traffic patterns, and you got to watch that too. So if you get a lot of thick traffic, you want shorter shutter times because you're going to get all that light blended into one, and
Yep.
it'll still stay sharp. Whereas if you have light traffic and the cars are coming in frequently, you want to set that shutter speed a much longer time to capture the streaks. And the same can be done too with
Okay, I'm on a podcast. I'll be in a few
like
minutes.
fog and stuff
Thanks,
like that.
baby.
If you open up your shutter for 15, 20 seconds on a calm body of water, with fog hanging around,
Yep.
it's spectacular. It's really cool.
It looks like mushroom. I mean, a mushroom. Marshmallows, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a faded thing. There's a shot I want to capture. I'm going to the Cape in a couple of weeks or at the end of the month, and I fly off at Chatham a lot. But
oh yeah,
if you go to Chatham Bar, I want to get my Nikon out there on a tripod, and I want to do about, hopefully if the weather cooperates, I want to do about a 30-second long exposure shot from up the top of the hill there, from where the bar, goes down, and the lighthouse is right in back of you.
I
And
love
it's
that. I love that
really
beach over
spectacular
there, but
shot.
I hate that stairway. That stairway is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's tough.
Before we
Just a
go any
chat
further, I
with you.
wanted to say, how you doing, Tom? Glad to have you here. Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey,
Hey,
Tom.
Tom.
Good to see
Hey,
you.
Tom.
Hey, everyone.
Right.
Hi, Tom.
Yeah.
All right, can I ask a stupid question?
Go ahead.
All right, okay, you're all talking about length of exposure. What about ISO, white balance, all the other crap?
Lowest ISO
All right.
possible.
Yeah,
One
lowest ISO
second though.
possible.
Before we answer that question, I got to ask you. You said you were going to ask a stupid question, so can you ask that one first?
Yeah.
Why am I drunk?
No confusion.
Actually, I thought that was a pretty good question.
That's the
Ooh,
one right
That was a
there.
great question. Great
Paul
question.
1, Bud 0.
So the lowest ISO possible is what you want to go for because you want to cut out the noise.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're lucky enough to own a Mavic 3 Pro, you have variable aperture.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I love
you
that.
really gotta close it down.
Yeah,
Close
you
it
do.
down. Okay. So
Now,
you want to really limit the noise. And you know what? Here's another mistake people make. They shoot well after sunset. Don't wait too long.
No.
You want a little bit of color in the sky, and
Mm-hmm.
just at that edge of sunset is probably the best time, especially you get those traffic trails
Yeah.
in an urban environment.
That's a good answer because we waited till after it was dark, and we were struggling with trying to get as much light into that sensor.
yep.
Yeah.
Kept messing with the shutter time, and so
We
yeah,
were
it's a
even messing around with
trial and
ND filters.
Yeah.
We went in there as novice. We said, listen,
Yep.
we all went in there with no idea really what we were doing. We were just having fun practicing together,
Right.
and we figured out a
Yep.
bit. Got a couple of decent shots, nothing
You got some
phenomenal,
good
but
shots.
we were like kids in candy store excited. We were like, oh wow,
Oh,
check
yeah.
this out! Look what we did here.
Yeah,
it was really exciting.
and
Yeah.
that's the best kind of
That's fun.
photography, right?
It
I
is.
mean,
It's
that's what's
awesome.
inspiring is you try something and it doesn't work out exactly the way you want it. It works out better than you expected.
Yep.
Got about 60 shots, and I tried AEBs too. What do you think about AEB long exposure shots? Do those give
I
you
don't
more wiggle room than like a regular JPEG shot?
I think your bracketed photos would be too blurry
Yeah,
by going with
blurry.
Yeah.
AEB.
That's
No, I
way
have
way
to
too much
work
time
this.
between shots.
Yeah,
No.
because if you were taking a bracketed photo
Mhm.
and they each had a shutter speed of say 2 seconds, well, that's let's say 3 to 5 shots. Each one's going
Yeah,
to
it's
be
like
open for.
Yeah, and
it's
you're
like
gonna have a
it's like
lag in
10,
between.
a 10-second shot, and
So it's
Yeah.
going to be a little
I mean-
scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
mean-
gonna get a little blurry.
If you got out on a complete calm night where your drone wouldn't move in the air, you might be able to pull it off. But as much as the wind moves your drone around that you don't see because the GPS is doing everything and the gimbal's doing everything, I think you'd have too much
yeah,
blur.
Correct, because
way too much
as
delay.
a still photographer, for long exposure shots, you can't do it without a tripod.
Right.
Now
you have
think
to have
about
a
that.
tripod.
You're up in the sky, so you're
Yep.
susceptible to that wind, and it might not feel much at ground level, but every couple of 100 feet, man, you're dealing with a different animal up there.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
And then on the
I'm
aperture
assuming-
side, as Tom alluded to earlier, you can try to narrow that aperture a little bit, but I don't go more than like at a 3.5 or a 4 tops, because then after that way it gets too dark and you can't see anything good. So I generally shoot, because I'm flying a 3 Pro, and it's I generally go between a 2.8 and a 3.5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and Bud,
especially at
I
night,
think
Dave.
Bud's
Especially at night.
trying to ask a question. Bud's trying to ask a question.
Yeah.
All right, I have a intelligent question. What the hell is aperture?
Okay,
That's
Bud.
the eye.
It's
That's
the eye.
okay.
That's
Yeah.
how
The
fast the lens
diaphragm
goes.
opens and closes. So the smaller it gets, it appears to be the bigger number. But remember that f-stop number is actually a fraction.
Mhm.
Okay, it's a ratio. So when you have like on our cheaper drones, okay, which we still love, okay, usually you got a fixed aperture of 1.8, 2.8, 2.0.
Right.
That means it's pretty wide open.
Wide open.
Pretty wide
Okay.
open.
Yeah.
But when you go to stop down to say we'll go to an extreme F11,
Yeah.
then it's only open a small amount. Now that means it lets in less light, but that light is less bent also. So there's little things that happen there, but it's too much to worry about, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, too much
It's
to
like,
worry
it's
about.
like
Yeah, and
squinting
Bud,
your
I'm
eyes
sure-
when you're reading Bud.
yeah, once you try it and you start to do it, it's so much easier to understand when you are actually taking the photos and seeing the results with your settings. It'll come to you. But we are running low on time, so I want to go through now, and we're going to give away one of the United States Drone Society coffee mugs.
Let's do it.
For your chance to win one of these mugs, hashtag USDS in the chat. It's a USA shipping only, so if you win outside the US, you are going to have to donate to somebody in the US. We'll have to draw again.
Not me though.
Good luck, everybody. I'm going to set a timer now for 2 minutes. And in 2 minutes, I will roll for the winner. Good luck, everybody. So yeah, I plan on getting out there and shooting some more long exposure very soon. That was a lot of fun.
How about when it's a lot warmer?
Yeah. Well,
Last night
it wasn't too bad, but it was a little chilly.
it sucked. But we made up for it, you know.
Hey, we got a new name in the chat, Northern Drone Guy. How you doing? Glad to have you here. I'm going to add you as a standard moderator so you can find everyone else's channels and say hello. Glad to have you here. Yeah, congratulations. Ray's shot was great. It's awesome. You got third place. I voted for your shot, Ray. Good. Very nice shot.
I like my shot.
Yeah, it's very nice. You did a very good job. Proud of you. You have fun flying? Was it weird flying in the dark?
Yeah. I can really see them.
That's why you keep the drone close and fly safe, right? Yeah. So we got 47 seconds left.
I wanted to
Yeah. I'll take this second right now to say thank you to all my channel members. I really appreciate it. Every penny that I make doing this, I'm going to put it right back into the show, help cover the cost of the show and potentially make things bigger and better if I can. So thank you, everybody who's supportive. Appreciate it. Just by being here, leave that thumbs up. That's all the support I really need. Leave that thumbs up and, or leave a thumbs down. Just leave a reaction. I don't mind.
Yeah, well, considering we have like 45 people watching, I only see, 10 thumbs up? Am I right?
Probably because you haven't refreshed yet. I don't know how many likes there are at the moment.
Let me see. Let me refresh. 33.
That
scared me.
Oh, did it? All right. Well, time's up. We're going to get ready to roll now. So we have 24 entries. Good luck, everybody. Who's going to win it tonight? Hey, Steve's in the house. Hey. Wow. All right, it's rigged. We are rigged.
Rigged.
I'll donate it, Paul. Paul, I'll donate it.
All right, so he's donating it. So why don't you take some time to look through the chat? Maybe someone can smooze David and find out who wants to get the mug. But let's find someone who really
All
wants
offers
it.
are welcome.
Whoever didn't vote for your picture does not get a mug.
They don't get a mug, right? Yeah,
I
exactly.
voted twice, man. I want a second mug.
David, I'll give you some one-on-one time at the Vegas Drone Meetup. Okay.
Really?
There you go.
You're a
Hey.
winner then. You're a winner, Tom.
If anybody wants a really dirty one, I got one.
Or maybe we should donate it to Bud because
Yeah.
it's dirty.
There we go.
Thank you so much. I appreciate Super Chat. Thank you so much.
Great mug.
Yeah, great mug.
Whoever would like it, they're welcome to it.
Yeah, Paul, you got to add me to the member thing, the member scroll thing afterwards.
Oh, sweet. Thank you so much. I missed it. Dominic is having some internet. Dominic's usually on bringing up when someone becomes a member or leaves a chat, but he's having some internet issues.
Come on,
today,
Dominic.
Must be solar flares.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. And I will.
Merch up, man.
Yeah.
He's
Thank
got to
you,
get
Johnny.
out of that
I
Got it.
strip
appreciate
club.
it. Oh, this is all new to me. I haven't really. I can actually leave a heart and a thumbs up on those. Those are nice. I
All
appreciate
right.
it.
So
Thank you.
who's some of the who's some of the newbies here who haven't gotten who hasn't gotten a mug yet?
Me.
I know that. Hey,
Yeah, but
listen,
Ben, you have a permanent source.
I'm not trying to rig it, but I know that I believe Ron Johnson has been begging week
Yeah,
after week
merch up,
after
man.
Well,
week.
then Ron, this one's for you. This one's for you, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
All
There you
right.
go.
Here we go.
Yo, Ron, you got yourself a mug.
Mhm.
Because last I knew, he was going to beg his wife to buy him one.
We can't resort to that, Paul.
Yeah, no, we can't resort to that.
We can't
He's
do
going to
that.
need to save that begging for a drone in the future.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
That's like saving for begging for guitars.
Yeah. Now listen, if you really want a mug, I listen. The show is expensive to run, and I try. I give one away every every episode that we have, but it's not restricted to that contest. If you want,
No,
you can contact Country Charm Creations. I actually leave their link in the description of the video, and you can order one from them at a very reasonable price. They'll ship it out right to you. So. If you really want a mug and you don't want to wait for your chance to win it during the show, just reach out to them. Their information's in there. Find it. So, yeah.
Hey, can I ask another intelligent question?
Yep.
How did
The
Angel
last
come
one.
up with 42?
How does what?
What?
Wherever
You
he
must
is.
know how you got the drone guy 42.
Well, that's when I started flying drones when I was 42.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you're
Oh,
younger
okay.
than
All right.
that.
Well, I'm
That
44.
sounds
I'm
pretty
44
good.
now.
Okay.
Okay.
So I decided to. Yeah,
42 again.
I said, you know what? There's a lot of drone guys, so let me put my age in there. And
Oh, that works. That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah. Looks
Now,
like
this
we
year-
lost Jim too. By the way, Jim was here. I don't see him now.
Yeah.
Jim's
This
having
year I'm going to add a 50.
difficulties
He's
now.
probably sleeping again.
I'm going to add a 50 to the NB drones this year.
Yeah.
I'm hitting 50 at the end of the year, man.
You're still
Hey.
youngsters.
Over
You're
the
still
hill
young.
drones.
Stop
You guys
it.
are youngsters.
Really.
Over the hill drones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Youngsters.
No worries, Jim. All right. Well, listen, we have.
Who else is on Medicare?
Yeah,
It might be soon.
Not yet.
Moving down to Florida and the over 55
Hey.
villages down
Villages.
The
There
active
you go,
adult
Chris.
neighborhoods are
Villages.
very nice. I'll tell you that, Chris.
You can
Okay.
get an FPV drone and terrorize the villages, Chris.
I do that. I do that almost daily, David.
there. So
You can
we have-
track the golf carts.
it's either that or I'm going to be a snowbird because
Yep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I want to travel where the weather's warm all the time. I'm tired of winter. I want to be able to.
Well, Vegas is
especially
cold
flying-
in the
Come out
winter.
and visit, Paul. Come out and visit.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
cold weather sucks.
It's warm here probably 9 months out of the year. Then it's unbearable 2 months out of the year.
Yep.
And it's cold 1 month. Okay,
Mhm.
so that's how it works out here.
Yep.
Yeah.
We still have snow up on Mount Charleston.
It does snow in Florida too.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. Well, listen, we have 5 minutes left, so I'm going to go around and give everybody a chance to say what they want to say and promote what they want to promote. I really want to, though, thank everybody who made an entry into the contest, and I really appreciate that, David. Came up with the idea. You've inspired others. You inspired me, and I had a great time last night. Really, after a stressful week. It was kind of funny because I was going to have the call with the senator's office, and Vic Moss was going to join me. And then the senator's office rescheduled with me, and then Vic had a class, and he couldn't. So I found out the day before that I was going to do the meeting solo, and I was nervous, and I had one hell of a week. And I just said I have to go out flying, and I was so glad that Chris decided to come out. And we met up with Jay, and we just had a great time. And
that was awesome.
yeah, really needed it. So with that, I'm gonna give the floor to Tom.
Paul, I come here to get inspired. Okay, I come here to watch Best of the Rest because it's just seeing what everybody puts up there, and it is inspirational, and it makes you want to get out there and shoot. And folks, if you want to get together, come visit Vegas Drone Meetup. We have a pre-registration form up there right now. We want to know what you want to see and do while you're here, and we'd love to see you out here. We got some great country out here to to shoot and visit. So, Paul, thank you very much for the stage, and thanks for the providing a platform that really does inspire us.
Yeah, no, I'm glad to be part of it. And if you have a website or a Facebook page for the meet, send it to me, and I'll add it to the description of this video. So if
Great.
you're looking for more information on the Vegas meet, when I put up the timestamps, it should be within the hour after the show. It'll be in the description of the video. Make sure you go check it out. Tom, I appreciate having you here tonight, brother. As always, I appreciate the kind words, and I hope you have a great week.
Have a good one, Tom.
Thanks.
Hey, Tom.
See you, Tom.
And now we're gonna go with Bud.
Again, Paul, great show, great contest. I learned a lot tonight. I won't be doing any late evening time lapse shots, but I can do some early morning ones. But
Oh yeah.
anyway, everybody have a great week. Fly safe. Thinking of my friends down in Texas where they're getting monsooned with rain. But again, Paul, great show.
All right, Bud. Thank you so much. I appreciate having you here as always, and I hope you have a great week. And let me know how you do with the practicing the long exposure, the time lapse, whatever you do, it'll come to you, and it'll be good to see.
We're gonna try.
All right, Bud. Enjoy your week.
Thanks, Bud.
And Ken.
Hey, yeah, I haven't really done much this past week. Weather's kind of been crappy, but again, you guys inspire. Anything you post, and this contest was absolutely crazy. It's gotten me to go out there and try to do it myself. So I think I'll probably get some filters and give it a shot. And Paul, as usual, great show. This group has got to be the best drone group on the planet, I would think. But yeah, so just go out there, inspire, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. And by the way, on that note, I wanted to mention that when I was reviewing the chat replay last week, apparently a troll joined the chat.
No.
He said he was going to troll the chat, but he decided the show was too wholesome and he couldn't do it.
No, that's good.
Damn.
No, that's great. I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you so much. Ken, have a great week.
All right. Take care, everybody.
See you, Ken.
You can.
All right, and we're gonna go with Brendan Finn. How you doing, Brendan?
Hey, great.
Hi,
I'm always humbled to be able to showcase stuff on this, and I appreciate you giving us the forum to do it. And I learned a lot tonight, and I'm going to go out and try this long exposure stuff and see what happens. And I'll put it on the website, and we'll see what it is. But thanks again, Paul. Great show. And everybody have some safe flying out there and fly often.
Yeah, thank you so much, Brendan. Appreciate having you here. I hope you have a great week. Really do.
Thank you.
And we're gonna go with Angel. Now, Angel, just so I wasn't completely dishonest with you, before you finish promoting and saying what you want to say, I want you to give everyone your own personal tip when they're approaching their 107. Okay?
I mean, listen. I guess just like you said, don't go crazy. I mean, make sure you study everything before you go take the test. Even if you have to go over the course a few times. I mean, that's what I'm doing. I mean, just go over things. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And listen, just go believing that you're gonna do it. I mean, a lot of people have done it. I mean, and I'm going through it myself, and I'm sure I'm gonna pass it. And I mean, just don't give up. Just be confident of yourself and don't give up. Just keep on going. I mean, you'll eventually get it. I mean, like I said, thank you, Paul. I wasn't expecting this. I really appreciate it. Listen, I'm a photographer also. I usually do, before I was doing drones, I was doing cameras. But like I said, a lot of people, a lot of guys, I like the pictures. Everybody, great job everybody does, posting pictures. I mean, I'm not the only one. I enjoy seeing all the guys, I know they do hard work. I mean, I just enjoy, going to different places and posting pictures and sharing it with everybody. I mean, listen, it's a great hobby. I mean, it's a great thing to do. It relaxes you, and I encourage everybody just to listen. Even if you're not a professional photographer, who cares? Just post your things out there, and we'll enjoy it. Everybody's here to help everybody. I appreciate everybody's work, and nobody.
Well,
What I like is that nobody's gonna criticize you or take you down or put you down. I mean, we're here to help everybody. I mean, that's how it is. And like I said, I really appreciate. I wasn't expecting that one. You really got me there. That was awesome. That was really awesome. When I said, wait a minute, that's my pictures. What's going on here?
Your picture. That's
We're
great.
all superstars, man.
Yeah, you
There you go.
inspired just like everyone else does. You know,
Those
you
are rock
feel
star
inspired.
quality photos, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I mean,
quality.
Yep.
listen,
Yep.
like I said, I mean, I had it in me for a while, but I was wasting my time not taking photos. My father is a photographer
Mhm.
for a long time, and
Mhm.
I just didn't have that passion that I have now for photography, and now when I started flying drones, it's like something. I was like, forget. I said I was gonna buy one drone, and I have 7 drones right now, and
Well, there
so I
goes.
said, "Listen, you gotta buy, I tell my wife, this is the last one. I always end up buying another one. So,
Yeah.
Mm.
All right,
but
well, Angel, I appreciate having you here with us tonight, brother. I really
nice
do.
to you, Paul.
Yeah, and
Appreciate
I
it.
hope that you have a fantastic week and get out there and get some
You too,
flying.
guys.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing your
Do.
content with us,
All
brother.
right. Take care, everybody. Have a good one.
The Angel.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're gonna go with David Ross,
All right. Well, I guess first
Winner.
off, thanks for voting
Captain
for
Winner
my
tonight. By the
cut
way,
tonight. That was
Captain Winner.
quite an unexpected surprise, and certainly I've been doing this, as I said, for a while. Started with the still camera, but yeah, I mean, happy to help out anybody who has a question or whatever. On the long exposure stuff, Paul, I definitely think you should make it a part of the weekly contest, no doubt about it, because it does take some enhanced skills, and it's kind of a thing that can develop everybody's skills to a better level as we want to. We just want to be the best we can and learn new things. And so that's what it's all about. And so with that, everyone, thanks again. Get out there, fly often. Hope the weather's cooperating with you and fly safe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See you next
Thank you
week.
so much, David. I really appreciate it. And like you said, don't just, it's not just about waiting for us to do it in the group
No,
to experiment with it.
no.
Every time you go out and fly, try something new, try
Try something
something
different.
unique,
Yeah.
experiment and have some fun. Safe, of course. Don't go hitting any power lines, but
No.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
I've
Really
come
good
close.
work, David. Your prize was well deserved. That shot of Providence was
Thanks so
really nice.
much.
So thank you so much. I
Yeah, that
appreciate
was
it.
great.
I'm sure we'll be talking throughout the week, brother.
Absolutely. Look forward to it.
All right. Have a great weekend. RJ
See you
says
later.
thank you so much.
See you, Paul. Take care, guys.
All right. And the inspiration for tonight's show, we have David. David,
Hey,
thank you
Dave.
so much.
Hey, thank you.
The other Dave.
I've said this over and over that I've been in a lot of drone groups. I've been on a lot of drone pages, and I've left a lot of them. And I think this is probably one of the best ones on Facebook or on the YouTube. Um, and I don't know. I saw somebody's picture. Actually, I think I saw David Ross's picture and said, "Hey, we don't see enough of that." And I started out where I had to take a picture, take it somewhere, have it developed, wait till it came back to see if you actually had a good picture. And now you just go click and you can look at it. Click, you can look at it. You can change things. The only thing with long exposure that I do and my wife, we both do, is carry a notebook. Write down all of what you're trying, and you can write down what doesn't work also. So the next time you get out there and you got a similar situation, you can kind of put those back in there, and you're not really starting from scratch every time. So,
Yeah.
but always great show, Paul. And I always finish with, you never know what somebody's going through. You never know what they're dealing with. Just be kind
Yeah.
and get out there and fly.
Yeah. No, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I hope that you have a great week and, keep everybody inspired. We'll be looking for our next project because I still have another bag you sent me to give away. And we'll another
I
one.
do have some more stickers. You kind of inspired me. I don't know if you can see this in my camera,
Oh,
but I
nice.
actually have a sticker. Actually have a sticker of my signature.
Yeah.
So
What does it say? Drone something doctor?
it's this is hard to do.
David Dye,
There
right?
we go. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. There's my signature, and then
Oh.
308 drone zone underneath it.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
cool.
nice. Yeah. Well,
Get
all right,
some of those
David,
things.
I appreciate having you here tonight, and I hope that you have a great week, and help keep everybody inspired. Thanks so
Hey,
much.
y'all inspire me. So if I can do just a little bit, that's great.
Yeah, enjoy your week,
Thanks,
brother.
David.
Thanks.
And we'll go with Dominic. Floor is yours, brother.
I don't have much of a voice today. That's another reason, but yeah, it must be solar flares or something because I've just been going in and out, and I can't get much of a signal. And I'm sitting in the same spot using the same equipment, so it's very frustrating that it happened that way.
Yeah. All right. Well, we make do with what we can. And, appreciate you as always. Chris, go ahead. Floor is yours.
Well, I just want to say I had a great time last night with you and your family, Paul. We got to get out again. I'm mostly available on weekends, and I was going to try to plan a meet last week, but you know, during the middle of the week, I saw that the weather was going to be cloudy. I like to do during the day, and we could probably do long exposure during the day too, depending on what we're looking for. If we go somewhere like you said something about Russell's Mills, and they got that dam there.
Yep. Do some long exposure
And
of the water falling there.
if we could get a little bit long exposure at the dam, and then maybe go somewhere else and do a little flying right down the road. I know a lot of good spots.
Sounds good.
So in Dartmouth and Westport, there's Allen's Pond Sanctuary. There's the Russell's Mills Road Dam there, and there's a few other spots I went to. Slocum's River is basically part of it, so
Yep.
it's a really nice area to go. I mean, we could do a little hop, skip, and a jump if we wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Glad to have you here. And TJ, how you doing? It's okay if you showed up late. Glad to have you here either way. So Chris and Dominic, I appreciate all the help you guys do with the show. I really do appreciate it. I want to remind everybody that mental health is an issue that affects a lot of people. Nearly 10 years ago, I spent the better part of 2 years in bed with depression and pain. And I had a really hard time getting over myself, and I wasn't reaching out and getting help. And I finally decided, to reach out to my doctor and get a therapist. And, it made a drastic change in my life. But the important part was that I had to reach out. So I ask everybody, if you're having trouble, reach out. Reach out to your friends and family. Reach out to doctors, hospitals, whatever you need to. Wherever you need to go to get help, get help. There's somebody who will be there to help you. Just don't do it alone. Appreciate having everybody here tonight. That was a great show. Special shout out to all my supporters. And Brandon, I hope you watched the show all the way through. If you did, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. We're going to roll the outro. Once I can see it first, of course.
Here comes the joke.
So, fellas, listen, I was singing in the shower and I ended up getting some soap in my mouth, but I didn't let it bother me. You know what I did? I turned it into a soap opera.